I'm just a guy who loves Disney that has way too much time on his hands. If anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I'm here to rate, review, and describe all of your favorite things from the magical world of Disney. I'm File91e and welcome to my Disney News and Reviews. Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Disney News and Reviews. I'm File91e and I made it through the snow alright, and I got a pretty big week coming up this week for me, guys. I'm 1 week away from getting, putting the down payment on, or the big down payment on my Disney trip. It'll be close to around $3,000 out of a $4,200 trip, and it's going to be great. I'm really excited to be doing this. I want to be going. I might go through AAA. I might not. AAA might give me some better benefits for flying, not necessarily for Disney. But if I can't, if they're not going to, help me at all, with their discounts and whatnot, then I'll be just doing it myself. It's easy. WaltDisneyWorld.com. They have everything, and I'll be able to find flights and whatnot there, so it's no problem. But I'm just really excited for this, and we'll just have to see what happens, and who knows, it's just an exciting time, to finally get, be able to put this, get it on the books, get it done, and only have to pay a little bit left. So I'm really excited for that. The answer to last week's Where in the World question, it was the Mitsukoshi department store in the Japan Pavilion. A lot of people said Japan Pavilion. Only a couple people actually said the Mitsukoshi department store. So that was the answer. Good, good stuff there. Next month, I just want to remind you guys, is Merchandise March. It's going to be basically all the reviews and stuff like that. It's going to be just pure Disney merchandise. I want to talk to you about some of the big things, big merchandise things that you can get from the park, like the photo pass and Vinylmations and things like that. But I'm also going to be reviewing and demonstrating a couple different things that I just pick up at a toy store that are, brand, a Disney brand sort of thing. So one will be a Play-Doh set, one will be a Lego set, and the other one, the other two I can't really, figure out right now, but I do know, that there's those two. So I'm really excited to see what I find and get. Merchandise is a big thing, for Disney, so it should be pretty cool. And I'm also actually going to be doing a giveaway at the end of the month, for 3 of those bits of merchandise. So hopefully you guys will be interested in that. I'm really excited for that. It's the first time I've ever done anything like that. So if you guys have any ideas or anything like that, shoot me, comment in this video, and we'll see what transpires. So excellent stuff there. And the last thing I want to mention today before we start getting into the show is I finally got the Passporter's Guide to Walt Disney World. They were kind enough to send me a copy. They have a thing where they'll send a copy out to like reviewers and bloggers and things like that. And apparently I'm good enough that they will send me a book. So thank you to all the folks at Passporters, for sending me this. I got a chance to read it. Yes, I did read it and see everything. And this is one heck of a guide. They even have fold out maps and things like that. It's really neat. And I will do a more in-depth review on it later. Maybe in the, not next month because that's Merchandise March, but maybe, this will be one of the first reviews to, for April. So I'm just really excited, to talk to you guys about it, because this is a quality guide. There's a lot to see, a lot to do with it, very interactive, and it's cool that, that they made this. And it's independently, made. This family, Jennifer Marks, Dave Marks, and Alexander Marks, they all contributed to this, and it's independently published. So just really cool thing. And everybody that I took this to work, and everybody that saw it thought it was really neat. But again, I'll talk more about it in depth in a couple weeks. So excellent. Thank you, Passporters guys, for this guide. It's really cool. And the next time I go to Disney World, I'll be sure to pick up the Passporter guide for that year. So excellent stuff. Yeah, so that's it for me this week. Let's get right to the news. Disney has announced that the 2014 Star Wars weekends will be extended with an addition of a 5th week. Exciting news. Not only that, but there will also be a nightly Symphony in the Stars fireworks show during the event weekends. Unfortunately, the hugely popular Hyperspace Hoopla show will not be returning for 2014, as according to Disney insiders, it was retired last year. This year's theme will be Join the Rebellion, and James Arnold Taylor will once again return as celebrity host. So excellent stuff there. I know I got a couple friends going down to the Star Wars weekends. I've always wanted to go to the Star Wars weekends. It seems like one of the coolest things because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So keep that in mind if you're going down to Star Wars weekends. The 2014 Epcot International Food and Wine Festival dates are now available, and this year guests get an extra week of festivities. Starting a week earlier than normal, the festival begins on September 19th through to November 10th. Easily one of the best things, and this will go with the top 10 that I'm doing today, but easily one of the best times to go down to Disney World is during the Food and Wine Festival, so I'll talk more about that later, but definitely keep that in mind. Last summer, Disney announced that AT&T would become the official wireless provider for both Walt Disney World and the Disneyland Resort. Well, now, less than a year later, AT&T has already carried out extensive upgrades to the AT&T network at the Walt Disney World Resort theme parks, giving both guests and cast members enhanced performance. You can read more about it on the AT&T blog. The link is in the description box below. That's pretty cool, the fact that Disney's trying to get everything faster, especially with wireless technology. Not having enough bandwidth and stuff like that can really make things bad. So kudos to Disney and AT&T for keeping on that. That's great stuff. Captain Cook's at Disney's Polynesian Resort is scheduled to be closing for a major refurbishment on March 28th and is expected to reopen sometime this summer. During the closure, a temporary quick service location will be set up in the Great Ceremonial House. The menu offering will be very similar, but there will be no Dole Whip offering. What? No Dole Whip? Keep the Dole Whip. The temporary location will be operating daily from 6:30 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. So they're going around. And finally, the moats around the Cinderella Castle will be drained for a refurbishment project starting tomorrow or today, Sunday, February 23rd, depending on which day you're watching this. There's no confirmation yet on how long the work will last. So obviously they're doing big stuff, getting ready for the next big season coming up. Spring and summer and whatnot. So the off season always has a lot of refurbishments and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it for the news this week. Let's get right to the reviews. Alright guys, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be doing my top 10. It's the end of the month, the last week in this month of February, so I'm going to be doing a top 10. And it's the final week of prep month, and I figured I'd give you my top 10 seasons and special event times in Walt Disney World. Now, what does that mean? Basically, Disney World has a lot of events and seasonal things that pop up at different times of the year, and some of them I think are better than others, and I'm sure you guys will differ with whatever I talk about, and because you have your own favorite times. But these are my favorite times to go down, it's just Disney offers so much during these during the year that anytime you do go down, it's almost guaranteed you're going to run into something or have a good time. So I am going to be honest with you guys and say that I haven't been to some of these times in Walt Disney World personally. This is more of a mixed of experience versus wanting to go down during these times. I want to go down during Christmas time so much that I know that I'm going to have a great time because of all the things that I've seen there. I've seen, you know, with this wonderful world of technology we have, I was able to, you know, I'm able to see and hear, you know, everything that's going down. The only thing that I haven't done is actually set foot on Disney, you know, during Christmas time or something like that. So, like the majority I've seen and I've been a part of, but some I haven't. So, you know, I just wanted to be honest with you guys and come clean, you know, so, you know, I'm not hearing all kinds of hullabaloo and everything like that. So, I just wanted to come clean with you guys. So, number 10. Now, I can only come up with 9 actual seasons and different times. Disney always has a bunch of other small things throughout the year, but I can't really, you know, consider them a season or a special event time. So, I came up with 9. So, number 10 is just going to be a generic go during the off season. Number 10 is off season. Off season offers a great benefit in that there are not a lot of people going in off season. There's enough that it will fill the, you know, well, not fill the parks, but you know, it'll be enough that you see people there. But the wait times will be considerably, yeah, you know, less, and you will, you know, hopefully be able to see more during your time down there. However, the off season usually is a little bit colder, and there's a lot of room for refurbishments on rides. So just keep that in mind when going down on off season, that you might not be able to get on Space Mountain or see, you know, Toy Story Midway Mania because it might be under refurbishment. They do a lot of refurbishments in the off season, so that's the only drawback to going in the off season. So number 9, to actually really kick everything off, is the Marathon Weekend. This is mainly in the Magic Kingdom and Epcot, but they do have you know, marathon tracks all around Walt Disney World, especially the giant Walt Disney World full marathon. This seems like a really cool time, and especially as a guy who does some jogging. It might not look like it, but yes, I do jog. I do marathons and things like that, 5Ks. I'm a 5K guy. I could never do a full marathon because that would just destroy my knees. Yes, it would. But it's cool that Disney actually has a weekend completely dedicated for these marathon runners, and they actually have an awesome Disney, you know, full marathon where people get the, you know, the gold ribbons and things like that. But you know, everybody gets a, you know, medal, especially if, you know, if you finish. And you know, it's just a really cool time. You can meet people all, you know, from all walks of life throughout, you know, the marathon weekends. Obviously, you know, for visiting people, the only drawback is that you might run into some traffic because of you know, the marathon taking up the road. But they try to do that, you know, at least, you know, complete the marathon in the morning, in the wee hours of the morning before the parks open. But you might, you know, see some, you know, some action there. But overall, it's a, you know, it's a pretty cool time. A lot of you know, action going on. This is like the only time that you know, Disney World is busy in January and February. So it's still, you know, it's something to see. You know, seeing all these people running this marathon. So Marathon Weekend, number 9. Number 8 is the 4th of July. This is predominantly in Epcot because Epcot does a really cool, you know, like bit of theming, and they also have an enhanced illuminations fireworks show. I have not been down there to actually see it for, you know, with my own eyes, but thanks to technology and everything, and WDWMagic.com, they covered it pretty well. And I was able to watch it, and it seems like a really, really, really fun time to go down. You know, Disney does it upright, especially when it comes to theming and whatnot. If there's a special occasion, they will theme for it. And you know, obviously Illuminations is one of my all-time favorite fireworks shows, and the fact that they enhance it a little bit, you know, for the 4th of July and things like that, I think that's really awesome. So the 4th of July time, going down to Disney World, they do, you know, some fun stuff with it. So you know, be sure to check that out. Number 7, and this is going to anger some people, is the Flower and Garden Festival, also in Epcot. The only reason why this isn't up higher is because unless you're a huge fan of flowers and botanical gardens and things like that, you might not get a whole or a full appreciation for this. The topiaries and the flower beds are awesome. They look so great. Obviously all the people that did work and put that effort and time into it did a great job. I'm not taking anything away from them, but there aren't really many other things. Like there's no special Uber attractions or fireworks shows dedicated to it. There are some events, especially if you want to learn more about if you want to learn more about flowers and whatnot. There's the Flower Power concert series. They do have that, and there's it's awesome to walk through the gardens and see what they came up with this year. So the Flower and Garden Festival is something that you really should check out when going to Epcot. If you're going in the spring, this is definitely one of the cool things you should check out. Number 6 is the summer season. Now, some of you are probably saying, File91e, I thought summer was a bad time to go. You just said off season there was there was less people and whatnot, and that's true. But not a lot of people can go off season. Some people want to wait till after the school year and things like that. But Disney is at its best and its craziest during the summer season. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's the on season, so there's almost everything will be up and running. There's also the Star Wars weekends and the 4th of July that are during the summer season. They even in 2010 they had the Summer Night-tastic to try to get people to enjoy coming down to Disney World a little bit more during the scorching heat. And yes, while it is very hot during the summer season, everything's up and running, everything's ready to go. They really don't do too much refurbishments during this season. If you want to really get what Disney World is, especially at its craziest, the summer season is for you. Hopefully they'll do some more summer night-tastic things down the line, with those big awesome fireworks shows and whatnot. But if you really want to get a sense of how much Disney is loved and how much Disney is toured on, you'll love the summer season. So summer season, number 6. Alright guys, we cracked the top 5. Number 5 is the winter season. And the winter season encompasses everything that is great, I think, about Walt Disney World, because it encompasses Christmas, the Christmas spectacular stuff. It's off season, and there's also the marathon weekend and other little things in there. But when you go in the winter, it's off season and it's usually pretty good. And it only gets really busy around Christmas, Thanksgiving, and New Year's. Winter is always going to be the time that I prefer to go, again, because it is off season and because there are other seasonal things that I like. While summer is great because you get a good vantage point for things, winter is always easier because it's a little cooler. It's it's not as busy. And one other drawback, the only drawback is really that the water rides aren't open. There's a lot of stuff that is shut down because of it is a little chillier. So if you're trying to go down for a swimming pool sort of thing, or going to see the water parks, winter touring is not for you, obviously. You want to stick with the summer or the spring or early fall. So there you go, winter, number 5. Number 4 is the Star Wars weekends. I'm an absolute fanatic when it comes to Star Wars weekends. I told you about that in the news. When it comes to Star Wars, there's few people that I know who can touch my knowledge of Star Wars. So the fact that the Star Wars weekends are on my birthday, usually the Star Wars weekends are around my birthday. I think it's fate that I need to go down and see and experience Star Wars weekends, at Walt Disney World. It's during the summer. It's the beginning of summer. It's the beginning of June, and all of the awesome Star Wars celebrities are down there. This is mainly at Hollywood Studios. They have fireworks shows and different events and different things that are going on just during the weekends. But there's a lot of stuff going on, and plus, like I said, you meet a whole bunch of celebrities from the Star Wars, shows and movies and whatnot. The big celebrities, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, and Harrison Ford, usually aren't there, but you can meet Peter Mayhew, who plays Chewbacca, Ray Park, who plays Darth Maul, Jeremy Bulloch, who plays the older Boba Fett, like from the original 4, 5, and 6. But then you can meet the new Boba Fett, so there's a lot of really cool stuff going on. And for me, as a huge Star Wars fan, I have to rate this up higher. You might rank it lower because you might not be as big a Star Wars fan as me, but I had to rank this up in my top 5 because Star Wars weekends, that's going to be something that I'll never ever forget. And number 3, the Food and Wine Festival, and this is again solely at Epcot. There are no fireworks unless you want to, unless you want them to be, unless you stay until the Illuminations. Illuminations doesn't change. There are no parades or anything like that aside from a parade of overly intoxicated adults. This is one of the few things that kids really wouldn't appreciate unless they are foodies for whatever reason. But when I went down to Epcot these last few times, it was during the Food and Wine Festival, and I gotta tell you, I have never had more fun at Epcot than during the Food and Wine Festival. When we went, we got to walk around, enjoy the other scenery, enjoy the World Showcase. There's a lot of stuff there. We're drinking some stuff, we're eating some stuff. It's just a really, 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 really fun time. And I highly recommend you guys go and see the Food and Wine Festival. If you can. If you're an adult, if you're a newly married couple, you want to go to a vacation and you're like, oh, Disney's just for kids. No, go to Disney during the Food and Wine Festival, and I promise that you'll have a great time. It's only at Epcot. You can go to the parks for a little bit because hey, we went to Disney World, but then you hang out for like the entire day at Epcot, and you'll be able to do some wine tastings, taste some food from around the world. It's just a very good party atmosphere, especially when it's starting, the sun is starting to set. There's just some really cool fun times during the Food and Wine Festival. So I highly recommend going down to the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot. Number 2 is Halloween, the Halloween time in all of Walt Disney World. Disney does Halloween very, very well. They do a lot of the major holidays very well, especially Christmas and Halloween. But Halloween for me is a big thing in our house. It's a big thing. I always decorate my house, and I appreciate Halloween decorations because not many people put up dramatic Halloween decorations, but Disney does it well. It starts off with a couple pumpkins here and there, and then it goes all the way to scarecrows and skeletons and things like that. There's a lot of appreciation for the Disney villains, and they don't really get much appreciation because they are villains, but during the Halloween time, they're out and about, and it's really, really fun to see all the different decorations and the merchandise that they put out. Especially, there's the Mickey Not So Scary Halloween Party, which is just a great, it's an extra ticketed event, but it's totally worth your time going down and seeing that. Because you get to see a lot of characters that wouldn't normally be out there. It's a really fun party. You got a special parade, a special fireworks show, and overall, it's just one of the best times I've ever experienced. Going down to Disney World, we had such a good time, and I'm making sure whenever when I go to Disneyland that I do the Mickey's Halloween party, which is essentially the Disneyland version of the Very Merry Christmas, the Not So Scary Halloween party. So, if I said Very Merry Christmas party before, I meant Not So Scary Halloween party, obviously, because Christmas does not mix well with Halloween. So, obviously, I'm talking about Halloween here. But yeah, it was great. The theming was great. The extra stuff was awesome. And I think you will really have a good time going down to Disney World during the Halloween season. It's very cool. It's something to see. So Halloween is number 2. And my number 1 time to go down to Walt Disney World, if you can, is Christmas time. Christmas time and Walt Disney World just seem to go hand in hand very, very well. You got the most wonderful time of the year and the happiest place on earth, and by God, they do it right. Disney goes over the top with its theming and everything. They make sure to let you know that there's Christmas is involved. For instance, at the Magic Kingdom, they erect this giant tree. They have a special Christmas Day parade. They do a whole bunch of other things. They decorate all the parks. There's the Osborne Spectacle, family lights. They have like the Dreamsicle lights, on the castle itself. Although I think they really should decorate the Tree of Life. I think that would be kind of funny to have some Christmas decorations on that. I think that would be kind of kind of funny. Epcot has its New Year's Eve party, which is excellent. They have a special modified illuminations for New Year's Eve. They encompass all of 20, like whatever the year is. They do a big thing for that. It sold out tremendously. I mean, all of Epcot was full for that New Year's Eve party, and I would love to go down during that, especially at Epcot. But Christmas is done right at Disney. All the merchandise, everything that I said about Halloween can be transferred over to Christmas. Only Christmas encompasses both Christmas and New Year's. That's why it gets the top spot. And I'm a big Christmas fan as well. I love the lights. I love the decorations. And Disney even makes it snow a little bit, on Main Street, USA, when they have that fireworks show and the parade and whatnot. So it's pretty neat. So Christmas at Disney World is my #1 time to go down to Walt Disney World. If you can, go to any of these. Honestly, any of these times will enhance your viewing pleasure. There's a lot of really cool stuff, to see down there. Always check WaltDisneyWorld.com for any events that are coming up during your stay. It's really important that you do that, because going down and being surprised is fun, but going down knowing what you're going to be doing is also great. As a final word on Prep Month, the only thing that I can really stress to you, if I reviewed all these other things and talked to you about some stuff, but the main thing that I have to stress to you is plan ahead, especially Disney World. There are other vacations that you really don't have to plan ahead with. With Disney, you do. You really got to plan ahead when it comes to going down to Walt Disney World. Take the extra time to read some books, get the Passporter guide, or the unofficial guide. I have it sitting right over there. Read up on it, get some literature, go online, watch my other videos or whatever, and you should get a good idea of what going down to Disney World entails and what you can possibly do. There's so many things down there and opportunities to see. Some random stuff. They have the Richard Petty Driving School. They have campgrounds. They have water parks, golf, miniature golf courses and things like that. So there's just a lot to see when going down to Disney World. And if I could teach you one thing or really stress one thing from this whole month of Prep Month, it's that you got to plan ahead. I've been planning ahead so much so that when I put my down payment down next week, I can make my reservations, I can get everything all done, and then I can only focus on getting the money ready for my food budget and just getting the money ready for other stuff too. So always plan ahead, prepare, and try to avoid any nasty surprises. Positive surprises are great, but negative surprises aren't, obviously. So try to avoid any of those negative surprises by planning ahead. So I hope you guys enjoyed Prep Month, and I enjoyed talking to you about these things, and we'll get back to actual reviews next week with the start of Merchandise March. So yeah. So there you go, my top 10 seasons and special event times of Walt Disney World. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video again. Hope you guys enjoyed Prep Month. I had a fun time doing it. I'll have to come up with some other ideas for other months during this thing. If you guys have any ideas, always shoot me a comment, check that out. Also, if you want to get in touch with me, the best way to do it is to friend me on my File91e Facebook page. Link is in the description box. In fact, I'm pretty much making, I think I want to make that, the giveaway a File91e Facebook page exclusive. You have to be a friend of mine on the File91e Facebook page. It's just so much easier to get in contact with you guys via personal message on the File91e Facebook page, than on here on YouTube. So, just something to think about for the future. Again, thanks to Passporters Guides for shipping me out this book. This is a pretty interesting book, and I'm going to be reviewing it not next month, but the month after. Very, very great guide. I was pleasantly surprised. I had no idea what I was in for, but you guys really outdid yourselves with these, with this stuff. But I'll talk about that later. So, yeah. If anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I want everybody to go down and have a great time. That's the whole reason why I do this video. I do these videos. I want people to go down, be informed, and have a great time, because there's so much to do in Disney World that you can't just do it in 4 days. You got to go for a week or two and have a great time. Go off season, on season, in the summer, go anytime. I guarantee you're going to have a great time. And remember to plan, because try to pre-plan for all the the negative surprises, and the more you plan and remove those negative surprises from your itinerary, the positive surprises will come out, and I think you'll enjoy your experience a little bit more. Now, if you are going down to Disney World, be sure to go to allers.net, touringplans.com, WDWmagic.com for our latest and greatest Disney news. WaltDisneyWorld.com is good too. I'm going to be going there to get my stuff. Also, check out Passporters. The guide. They also have a, I think it's passporters.net, something like that. You can Google it. They have a website that is also as good as this book, so check that site out as well. So last week's was pretty easy, so I'll try to figure out a good Where in the World for you this week. So I think that's going to wrap up this edition of my Disney News and Reviews, guys, and it's going to wrap up Prep Month. Next month is Merchandise March, so all the Disney merchandise that I'll try to review for you and give you some some insight on. So I'm really looking forward to that. So guys, where in the world am I this week? Bye, guys.
Bringing the horse out. Bringing the horse out.